Okay, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm on a different. Hmm, give me 1 second. You know what I have in my mouth? A big, huge piece of raw ginger. It's ginger root. So, because of the pandemic, I was not able to juice. I started, anyways, I knew I needed to incorporate ginger back into my diet. So, I put it in my tea. But when I get done drinking the tea, I eat the ginger. And it's very strong and it's burning my mouth because I told you guys yesterday I have an ulcer on this side. But if you give me 1 second, don't mind the green screen. Hang on, let me step out of view because you know how it is. We just dress up the top. Okay. But I just need, hang on, guys, I'm trying to stay out of view. Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't think it was going to start that fast. I didn't know, but I am on a different computer. But while we make this video, I bought this new hat a few days ago. So since I have this blue shirt on, I might as well wear the hat. Get to wear it somewhere since we don't go anywhere. Since I'm making videos again, good time to throw the hat on. So I'm going to start. I'm going to go into the video because I wish I had some earrings on. That would be cute. Um, I'm going to go into the video because since I am using this computer, the battery dies really fast. And I don't have any place to plug it in where I'm sitting. Plus, it's hard to get to the cord um, where I keep it plugged in. So I just leave everything alone. So yesterday I was out here and we were talking about the vaccines. And I was freezing because I was on the old desktop computer. And I said I would come back today. So let's just pick up where we left off yesterday, talking about vaccine. Forgive me if I slur a bit or whatever. That ulcer really hurts. So sometimes it's hard to talk. If I start freezing, guys, please just let me know in the chat that I'm freezing. So I guess I should have rewatched the video yesterday to know what I was talking about and where I was at with it. But my personal views, uh, I knew from the very beginning when they kept saying, and this was before vaccines. I'm talking about when COVID first came out, and everything was risk versus benefits, even in terms of people still wanting to go places and do things. It was always risk versus benefits. So when it came down to the vaccines, it was the same thing. My doctor, her job is to promote the vaccine. That's a part of her job with this vaccine is to promote it, to push people to get the vaccine. But they can't tell you what to do. Um, so, and I already knew that. I guess I just wanted to hear what she had to say. So, she's a good doctor. So naturally, she said, it's going to be your call. It's going to be risk versus benefits for you. And you have to decide that because nobody can. Like we give too much control to people. Wow, this battery's dying really fast. It said it had 55 minutes when I first came on. It's down to 27 minutes. So I'm going to talk fast because I got to get this done in about 20 minutes. So by like 6 o'clock, I got to be done. So, yes, I've taken the first shot of the vaccine. Yes, I felt some mild symptoms. It scared me. I didn't like the way it made my body feel. But they tell us that, and they tell us 24 to 48 hours. So these things are to be expected. Um, I did have a lot of arm pain. I get the regular flu shot every year because of my lungs. I don't know if it was the nurse who stuck me, but one, yeah, I could feel her stick that thing into my muscle. I could feel pressure in my right eye as she was pushing on the needle because I did become concerned about that. But it could have just been her, because other people, I talked to one of my sisters this morning, she said her arm didn't even hurt. And so it could have just been her. It could have been my muscles, the way they are. It could have been so many different things. But my arm really did hurt more than what I suspected. I kept telling people, of course your arm's going to hurt. You know, you're getting a needle in your muscle. But I have had people who said their arm didn't even hurt. They didn't even know they got one. So I don't know what she hit in here. But yes, by day 2, I put an ice pack on it because it was just hurting just to lift it and pick it up. But that is normal. A needle has just went into your muscle. So if they do hit maybe a wrong area or something, that's going to be normal. You're going to have more pain than the next person. I did have to weigh risk versus benefits. It was risky both ways. It was risky to not be vaccinated, knowing that there is a bad virus out here. And it was risky to get vaccinated. But I had to weigh which risks were greater. And I don't know if it's because I do live with lung disease, but I was thinking ahead. And I was thinking that for me personally, and I keep talking everything about me, nobody else. For me personally, I feel like this upcoming spring and summer is going to be the most dangerous time. And the reasons why, and I think I may have touched on it yesterday, the reasons why is because, one, people are getting vaccinated, and a lot of them don't understand. They think vaccination means immunity, you know, and 2, people are tired of it, and they think because they're tired of it, the virus is just going to stop spreading. 3, people are opening up states. So when the weather's getting warm, when you put all these factors together, it's almost like disastrous, because you get a lot of folks out here that are anti-vaxxers that just are not going to take this vaccine. They believe all the conspiracy theories, every conspiracy theory out there. You know, I had somebody say, oh, in 5 years, you're all going to be zombies. And I said, well, guess who we're going to be eating? We're going to be trying to eat the people that aren't zombies. So we win, right? You know, and I say it jokingly because, you know, these conspiracy theories, like, where is your proof? Where's your proof that in 5 years we're all going to be zombies? Where's your proof that we're going to grow a 6th finger or a 3rd ear, or, you know, our nose is going to fall off our face? Where's your proof? You can't prove it because we're not 5 years down the road from this vaccine. First of all, to put it very lightly, none of us are staying here forever. None of us. I mean, we all have to go. It is so unfortunate that this virus has taken so many so quickly. But there is a time, and I'm going by scripture in the Bible. These aren't my words. The Bible says there's a time and a season for everything under the sun. The Bible says there's a time to be born and a time to die. And that's what I'm going from, you know. And I'm not being insensitive. You guys know, if you've watched me, I look at death a little bit different than most people, because of what I've endured. So, yeah, I just couldn't run around knowing that people were going to be careless and I was going to be exposed and have no protection. And some people are saying, well, they have prophylactics. They have ivermectin. They have hydrochloroquine. What was the other one they were saying? I know ivermectin was a big one. And they're saying, you know, it's a shame that they're not using it. It's just tricky. It's tricky. We've had a bad virus, whether it was man-made, whether it jumped from an animal to a human. I never cared about those things. My concern was it was here. It didn't matter how it got here. If a thief breaks into your house, you don't wonder if they came in through the door or the window or the back door. You're not concerned about how did they get in here until afterwards. What you're concerned about is, okay, how do I stay safe now that they've come into my house? And that's how I kind of looked at the virus. I didn't care how it got here. How do I stay safe from it? When it's all done and over with, then everybody can worry about where it really came from. It's what can I do about it? But but that's kind of, I think people worry and focus sometimes just on the wrong things. But I guess somebody has to. If we all didn't question things, then yeah, we would all be just sheep going to the slaughter. So I'm thankful for that group that is out there that researches things, that double checks things, that facts checks things, um, that listens to all the conspiracy theories. I'm thankful for that group because I'm just not in one of them. I'm one that, hey, the virus is here. What can I do to change it? And I have to accept it and stay safe. I'm in that group of people. Everybody can't be in that group. Otherwise, yeah, we'd be totally controlled like little puppets. So I'm glad we do have that group that fights back, that pushes back, because I do that with things that things that are important enough for me to push back on. I do it too. So we all have things. Gosh, this battery is dying quickly. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be able to stay on here no more than maybe 5 more minutes. Hey, Brown Girl 88, I'm so sorry I'm flying again. I'm going to get this thing set up. Some kind of way I'm going to get this set up where I can sit down, make a video, have my green screen set up properly because I just threw it up to block out all the distractions in the background that were there yesterday. And but and I just took it and put it on like 2 tripods, and you can see the clip up here, right there, right there. I just put a clip on the tripod and like a paper clip thing on this side just to block out the background. But again, this is another fast and rushed video. And it's only because I'm on a good computer this time that's not freezing, but the battery's dying super fast. And there's no place to plug it in out here. So I may have to come back tomorrow even to continue on a little bit more about the vaccine. What I might have to do is just, if I'm going to really get into it and talk about it, I'm going to have to dig that plug out, find a place to plug it in, and I'll get set up properly if I can. And I'll try to do that maybe tomorrow because it doesn't look like I'm really going to be able to get into it today. My battery's just dying too fast. And I've got to get it on the charger before it dies. And I hate to skip out. I hate to be out here talking and be like, okay, I got to go. So just to forewarn you, I probably have about 5 more minutes before I've got to put this thing back on the charger. It amazes me because a month ago the battery was fine. So yeah, that's kind of where I stand on the vaccine. People have to do what's best for them. They have to do what's best for their family. They have to do the risk versus benefits assessment. They have to go off of, I guess, the things they believe. But again, I can't listen to a bunch of conspiracy theories that aren't proven. If they're conspiracy theories and they are true, well, we'll find out eventually. But right now, I already shared yesterday, my granddaughter did lose. She lost both of her great-grandparents to COVID the week before Christmas. It was traumatizing because she lives in a different state. So, they were saying goodbye on an iPad, which lots of people had to do during this pandemic. And I didn't want her to have to go through that again. So I thought, if there's a chance that I can prevent it by getting vaccinated, so that if I come into contact with COVID, that I've got a better chance of survival. I think I mainly was doing it for her because I didn't really want it either. I felt the same way everybody else did. Oh, it's too soon. How do we know what they're putting in us? Blah, blah, blah. The trials were, it's not even approved. It's just authorized by the FDA. Not that it really even matters whether it's approved or authorized. To me, it's the same thing. But I really didn't want her to have to suffer the loss if I got hit with COVID, knowing that my chances, and none of us know because this virus is crazy. This virus hits people and they don't even know they have it. I keep saying, I could have had it. My son kept saying, how do you know that you won't get it and you'll survive? We don't. None of us do. That's the tricky part. And, I kept saying, even in the beginning, I could have had it. Early on when I was still going out, and I locked down early February, I started shutting down. I really want to see how things work out when the masks come off. That's how we're really going to know if the vaccine works. Yeah. Yeah. And, we've got Easter weekend coming up, and people, oh, this thing is dying so quick. Easter weekend. So we've got another holiday. People are vaccinated. People are going to church. States are opening up. People are going to have Easter dinner together. People, hopefully it'll be warm where they can be outside, but they're going to start living. And we are going to find out if there's another surge after Easter, or, the next holiday, Memorial Day or whatever. But we'll see if there are surges. And I was going to do the same thing. I was going to stand by and wait and see what happened, but I couldn't risk that because, like I said, I already knew this was going to be a dangerous time. We've got the different variants floating around. We're told that they're spreading faster. I do go to the grocery store. I do my own grocery shopping. And if I need things, I will run in the store to get them. So I am in the stores. I will not go in without an N95 mask on. But I've been kind of reusing them. I sit them in my car up on the dash in the sunlight to try to sanitize them. And I do wear 2 masks. I always wear 2 masks. But I was in the same position. I was going to wait. Okay, I've got about 3 more minutes and I have to get this on the timer. It's going to give me a warning in about 3 minutes. I was going to do the same thing and just wait it out. But for everyone, it is risk versus benefits for them. Like, I don't like anybody telling people what they should do. I like hearing just people explain their reasons why they're doing things. And then people can decide for their own self, and for me, I already said it kind of earlier in the video, why I chose to go ahead and take the risk of getting the vaccine. Because the risk of not being vaccinated and running into COVID was a little bit more, I don't want to say higher because I don't know. I could have got COVID and been asymptomatic and sailed through it. I know people who did. But another thing is, why would you, so true, weigh the risk and make your own decision? There are clinics opening up for people who have got COVID and they have the symptoms, the long ongoing symptoms, the long haulers, they call them. So there's clinics opening up. And I just thought, why would you want this vaccine to hit your body with no protection, knowing what it does to the body? And I think it's going to put a lot of people on disability, whether short-term or long-term, because you have athletes that can't run up steps now. You have people with vascular problems. You have people who can't taste, can't smell 6 months out, people who keep going in and out of the hospital because of this virus. So for me, I wanted some protection. I wanted some antibodies that if I did run into COVID, that my body would recognize it and the antibodies would kick in and help me fight it, rather than have no protection and have that virus tear my body apart. And that was just my decision. Guys, I hate to do it again. I hate to run, but my battery's about to die. I'm so sorry. I promise I'm working on it. I'm going to get a better setup and, with everything, with my screen, with my charger, with my space that I work out of, the lighting. I'm going to get this thing together and I'm going to come back, and I'm not going to have to get out here and rush and end my videos shortly. But I'm so sorry. I did say I wanted to come back out here, and I'm glad I got the chance to. And I promise I'll try to come back out again tomorrow, but I got to get this thing on the charger before it dies. Bye, guys. Have a great Friday, blessed Easter weekend, and stay safe.